If you're looking to attract love, let me share with you the most powerful dating tip that completely transformed my life and led me to my soulmate. This tip is simple yet profound, and it has worked wonders not just for me, but for countless others. Here's the secret. Stop chasing love. Stop chasing relationships. Stop chasing after people you think will fill that void. And once you do this, something magical happens. You see, we live in a world where we're conditioned to believe that love is something you need to pursue, that you have to constantly search for that one person to complete you. We spend our time on dates, trying to meet the right person, imagining what it would be like to find our soulmate. But here's the catch. When you're constantly chasing love, you're actually pushing it away. The reason for this is deeper than you might think. When you're desperate for something, whether it's a relationship, a partner, or just love in general, it creates a subconscious energy that makes you less attractive. I know, it might sound counterintuitive, but hear me out. When you chase someone, or even the idea of love, you're giving off a vibe that others pick up on. This is not something people are consciously aware of, but it's part of the energy that everyone subconsciously feels. It's like that sixth sense we all have. Think about it. You've probably walked into a room and instantly felt the bad vibes from someone, right? Or on the flip side, you've been around someone whose energy just lifts you up before they even say a word. That's your subconscious perception at work. It's the energy you send out that others can feel, even if they can't explain why. The problem with chasing love is that it makes you come across as needy or desperate, which, on a deep, energetic level, makes you less attractive. Whether you're chasing a specific person or just yearning for love in general, that neediness sends the wrong signal. Let me give you a personal example. I once got to a point where I really wanted a relationship. I met someone who seemed perfect, and I was ecstatic. But that relationship eventually fell apart. It broke my heart. I couldn't understand what went wrong until I realized something crucial. I was too attached. I wanted it so badly that I unconsciously pushed it away. I was trying to fill an emotional void with this relationship, something I couldn't recognize at the time. But it was clear in hindsight. My neediness was palpable, and that's what made the relationship fall apart. It wasn't until I got clarity that I realized the key to attracting love wasn't about trying harder or chasing it. The key was letting go of the need for it and focusing on me. I had to realize that I needed to be whole, complete, and fulfilled on my own first. I had to ask myself, if I died tomorrow, would I be content with the life I've lived, independent of anyone else? When I could say yes to that, everything shifted. This is what I call the recyclable relationship trap. We get stuck in a cycle of trying to fill an inner void with external things, relationships, validation, approval, and it never works. It's like recycling the same emptiness. But once you stop trying to fill that void with others, you become attractive, not because you're seeking something, but because you're already whole. So if you're out there looking for love or a relationship, here's the truth. Stop chasing it. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself, on finding inner peace and fulfillment. Once you do that, love will naturally come to you because you won't need it anymore. You'll attract it effortlessly, and when it does come, it will be the real thing. It's a beautiful thing, trust me. Have you ever found yourself in a cycle of relationships, one after another, hoping that the next person will be the one, only to find that it doesn't work out? It's a pattern many fall into, searching for fulfillment outside, only to realize that something always sabotages the connection. The truth is, this kind of endless pursuit often comes from not knowing what you truly want in life. When you lack clarity about your own desires and goals, it's impossible to attract someone who aligns with your life vision. The key to breaking free from this cycle and transcending these recycled relationships is surprisingly simple. Know exactly what you want and relentlessly pursue it. You see, the majority of people out there don't have this clarity. They wander through life, drifting, uncertain of their path. And because of that, they keep attracting relationships that don't fit their true desires. Imagine this. If I wasn't with Ashley and she chose to leave me, and I was back out in the dating world, I wouldn't waste time with anyone who wasn't clear on what they wanted in life. Why? Because I know what I want, and I've spent years focusing on my purpose, my passions, and my personal growth. If someone wasn't aligned with that, I wouldn't even consider them. Life isn't about seeking someone else to complete you. It's about knowing yourself so well that you attract the right person naturally. When I met Ashley, it was because I'd spent years cultivating my own life. I wasn't looking for someone to fill a gap. I was fully immersed in my own joy, my business, my health, and my purpose. I was living a life that I was proud of, and because of that energy, Ashley was drawn to me. She'll tell you, she had never met a man who was so sure of himself, so confident in what he wanted, and so genuinely content with his own life. This wasn't some manipulation game. There are plenty of dating tips that suggest you play hard to get or ignore text to seem more desirable. But let me tell you, that's manipulation, and it never works. What's truly attractive is someone who is secure in themselves, someone who is already living their best life, and doesn't need validation from anyone else. So, if you're looking to become more attractive, here's the paradoxical truth. Assume you won't meet the perfect person. Focus on your own life, your own happiness, your own self-worth. When you do this, you'll no longer depend on someone else to make you feel whole. Your life becomes your greatest source of attraction. You have to make sure you love your life as it is. And if there's something you're not happy with, whether it's your job, your finances, or your health, take action. Improve yourself and become the best version of you. That's when true, meaningful relationships will come naturally. Remember, if you want to attract a loving, supportive partner, first become someone who is already whole, already thriving, and already living their dream. The right person will come to you, not because you need them, but because you're living a life that radiates confidence, clarity, and purpose. In an age dominated by consumerism and secularism, where cynicism and apathy threaten to swallow the soul of society, Father Petter stands as a beacon of light, unwavering in his mission to share the message of salvation. Quoting the Virgin Mary, who foresaw the growing disconnect from faith, he does not shy away from the difficult path ahead. While he understands that many will not hear the message, he remains resolute in spreading hope, believing that even the smallest of victories, every soul touched by God's grace, is worth the effort. Father Petter's commitment to his mission is not driven by worldly success or financial gain. Instead, he finds strength in knowing that each person who reconnects with their faith is a step toward the greater purpose God has set before them. The true measure of his success is not in material accomplishments, but in the hearts and souls he helps guide back to the Lord. Each conversion, each moment of spiritual awakening, is a testament to the power of faith and the divine plan unfolding in the lives of those he encounters. In his journey, Father Petter encounters both hardened hearts and willing souls, those open to the transformative power of God's love. He is always encouraged by the prayers he offers at night, finding peace and solace as he kneels before the altar. In those quiet moments, he feels the guiding presence of the Virgin Mary, reminding him that faith is a shared endeavor. It is not merely about individual salvation, but about coming together in prayer and unity, forming bonds that strengthen our collective connection to God. Father Petter's ministry is a powerful call to spiritual readiness. He reminds us that the world faces a looming darkness, and to navigate through it, we need three vital tools: active hope, collective faith, and prayer. These spiritual weapons are what will sustain us in the coming challenges, and Father Petter encourages us all to resist the pull of materialism, to hold steadfast to our faith, and to protect the most vulnerable in our communities. His journey is both spiritual and physical, a constant reminder of the ongoing battle between light and darkness. Father Petter's life is a living testimony to the truth that, even in the most trying of times, faith will guide us. His unwavering dedication serves as an inspiration for all of us to stay vigilant, united, and faithful in the face of adversity. Through his ministry, we are reminded that no matter how difficult the journey is, thank you for walking with us on this journey. Your participation brings depth and significance to this message. May the stories of hope and redemption inspire you, and may you find strength in the shared experience of our collective faith.